Hi, in today's reading, we will see what your natural talents are, what you are, naturally good at, things that come easily to you and that don't take effort. And these gifts and talents are they're usually naturally connected to your purpose on Earth and in this life. So we will check these things out. I have already pulled the cards. And you just need to pick one of the piles, one of the groups. This will be group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. So if you are ready, we can start with group number 1. Okay, so we have the Hermit. We have 9 of Swords. We have Loom, Intuitive. And we have Facing Your Fears. Okay, so the main thing that comes to my mind is that you are naturally a bit withdrawn from the world and very, very intuitive. And one of your main talents is that you bring the light to people who are in pain or suffering. So you may be a great therapist or psychologist or even a shaman, like a person that guides these kind of ceremonies, the shamanic ceremonies. And yes, we have 2 nines here, and 9 is all about completion, culmination, ending. And yes, you are here, maybe this is one of your last reincarnations on Earth because you're such an evolved spirit, and basically you're like a guide to people, especially for those that are in pain or some kind of emotional turmoil, or going through some kind of a dark night of the soul. And you are like a guide for these people, holding the light for them. This is one of your main talents, like you being able to deeply connect to these people that are in pain or suffering, and helping them and guiding them through their journey to finding the light again. And you may be very good at connecting to people's subconscious mind and seeing their patterns and healing those patterns, helping people find their core traumas and core issues, and being some kind of a guide or a therapist or a helper that is helping people, untangle these beliefs, painful beliefs around certain topics. And you yourself may come from a traumatic early experience. Maybe you have been through a lot of things from early age, so this is why you understand on such a deep level when people are, going through some kind of painful experience. But yes, you are definitely a guide, and the wolf may be a significant animal for you, or you may feel like a lone wolf that likes to, to not involve so much in worldly events. And maybe you thrive best when you're in nature or with a close group of people. Definitely not a big group of people. This is not your thing. So you thrive best. Your talents are the most activated when you are with one person or with a very close circle of people. Maybe you can guide some kind of a retreat for them, or take them on an internal journey. Yes, a very, very profound healing is your biggest talent. And let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have the Loon, and it says, listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay, so this goes so well with this Hermit card. And yes, maybe one of your talents is that you teach people to enjoy their own company, because you are a person that requires lots of alone time and you love your own company, you know? So this is one of your talents, to bring people back to silence and solitude and enjoying this kind of time off their busy lives and schedules. And then we have facing your fears. Look for ways to strengthen your connection to the universe and others. Stay peaceful and calm in the knowing of who you are. Yes, this is the great spiritual connection that you have. It's like you don't perceive this separateness from your guides, from your spiritual family. You're like one foot is here and one foot is in the other dimensions, which is really cool because you are like the messenger from other dimensions that people need in their lives when they lose their path. You're like a compass that is pointing them towards the right direction for them specifically, even if there is a storm happening in their lives. And very important number for you may be number 9, because we have 2 9s here. And yes, healing is your biggest talent. Healing people and healing yourself, because you are a person who has been through a lot and also needs healing. You know, your soul is still maybe hurting from how people treated you, or like, yes, these kind of things. Beautiful and profound and very deep talents you have. Thank you for watching this, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends. And yes, moving on to group number 2. Wow, okay. We have the Fool. We have the World. We have Dragonfly. And we have Distinctive Potential. So your natural talent, one of your talents is that you are very adventurous and you are very open, and you don't stick to old traditions or old way of being. You are all about exploration and getting from point A to point B through the most interesting path. You know, you're not a very routine, normal person, routine oriented. You like to have an adventure and you like to explore things. And maybe your talents are related to traveling and to open people's minds, because your mind is so open and so pure. You know, you're like a child exploring this life. Maybe you haven't been much on this earth, so you have been mostly on other planets where things are very different. So now you're exploring this earth, and one of your talents is that you light this spark in people for adventure and for travel and for exploring, and you have great potential and your heart is very open. So one of your talents may be that you help people open up their hearts. And maybe you like dogs, or maybe this is one of your spirit animals, I don't know. And yes, it's really, I sense very new this kind of new presence, fresh energy, new energy. You take the old and you just replace it with something new and better. you can be some kind of an inventor or a traveler or out of the box thinker, you know. You take this raw potential and make it into something very new and very creative. And yes, maybe a lot of traveling the world, because literally this is what we see here. This person is going on a trip with their stuff here in this small bag, and this is called the world, and this person is dancing on the top of the world. So maybe even some kind of dancing or physical movement is one of your talents, you know, this kind of ecstatic dance thing, type of thing. Yes, I feel a lot of dancing around you, around your energy, around your auric field. Then we have dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am blessed. Right, so maybe things turn out magical for you, you know? Maybe things that nobody expects happen around you. So you have this kind of electric energy. Maybe you have some strong Aquarius or Sagittarius in your chart, or Pisces maybe, I'm not sure. But yes, this Uranian, Neptunian, Jupiter kind of energy. And you're very open like a child, very young at heart. So this is a great talent of yours that you have. Then you have distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use your determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. So yes, this is one of your talents, maybe, that you teach people that nothing is impossible, and you open up their minds to the endless, infinite possibilities of this universe. So when you were little, maybe you told people that you want to become an astronaut, for example, or something like crazy out there that people do not usually say. And this is, and the people around you, you know, had to open up their minds that this is something that is actually possible. You know, this is just an example. It can be a totally different situation, but yes, you are opening people up to the impossible, to that nothing is impossible, you know. Very pure at heart. Okay, so this was your reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked your message, give it a thumbs up or share this video with someone. Alright, moving on to group number 3. Okay, so we have Justice, we have King of Swords, we can see lots of swords here, we have Swan, and we have Diving to New Depths. So you're definitely a person that has a very strong mind and that thinks a lot, and that maybe you have lots of air in your chart, some strong Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And yes, lots of air and lots of, you know, work in the mind. So maybe you're some kind of engineer, like a talent for how things can be done using some kind of new technology or new thought, you know, this kind of a scientific thing. Or maybe you have this talent for, how do you say it, you know, people that work in courts, like judges or some kind of a lawyer type of energy, because you're very eloquent and you can express yourself very freely and very, you know, you're very smart. This is maybe your biggest gift, is your intelligence and your how your brain works. You know, your brain works very fast and you're very on point. You have this gift of objective seeing things. You can see things very objectively, and you can distance yourself from your emotions very easily. And maybe some kind of a mediatorship, to be like a mediator between different parties that are in conflict. And you can very easily take decisions because you see from objective perspective how things are and how things should be. Yes, this maybe an owl is an animal that is important to you. So when you see an owl, keep in mind that this may be your spirit animal. And what else? You don't have this soft energy. Maybe you do, but it's more that your brain and your way of thinking, your mind, is the dominant thing in you, And this is not a bad thing. This is your main talent, that you think very fast and you express yourself verbally very easily. And you cut through lies and through bullshit. And you are very objective in your perspective, in your decision making. You don't let things just stay in the wrong way, You're very, this should be done like this. And you just take things in your hands and do it, Let's take a look at your oracle cards. We have Swan, Grace. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom. Okay, so you're very wise, because also this card with the Justice represents wisdom. Inspire me with dignity and spirit of beauty. So the Swan may be some kind of a spirit guide for you. And then we have diving to new depths. There is a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from a surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you're feeling about your current situation. Okay, so one of your talents is this, fast thinking. But if you want to develop this talent even deeper and further, you should learn to dive even deeper, into a situation and into how you see this situation. Because there is a possibility that sometimes you make a very, very quick and sharp decisions, because this is how your energy naturally flows. But maybe take some time for a deeper connection with all the layers in this situation, And yes, very, very concrete talent, very concrete message. Very intelligent, very smart people you are. Okay, so this was your message, and I hoped it brings some clarity, because clarity actually is one of your talents. Like, you bring clarity to a situation. And yes, if you liked your message, feel free to like this video, to share it with someone. And thank you for watching. Moving on to group number 4. Nice. So we have the Hangman. We have Princess of Cups. We have Dolphin. And we have Take Note. So lots of Pisces energy, lots of water energy. So this is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, maybe some Libra, but not a lot. And so first, we have Princess of Cups, which is a very artistic card and very sensitive person. You have this high sensitivity, and maybe you have been through some kind of not super easy childhood, because you were so sensitive even this is one of the one of your main purposes, to bring this sensitivity into life again, you know, because people can be very harsh and you are not harsh at all. You are very, very sensitive and your energy, your frequency is very high. You vibrate at a very high frequency and you need lots of sensitivity. So I don't know if your family appreciated that, maybe not, but if they did, this was a big gift to them, you know, and to the world at large, because you are very, very sensitive. Maybe you have this artistic soul. Maybe if you go into an artistic career, you will be very successful, like singing, painting, even writing some kind of poetry or books, some kind of a storytelling, but you know, like a magical storytelling, because you're not a practical person. You are very far away from practicality. And one of your talents is also that you are okay with surrendering and with accepting what is right now, what is happening. You don't have this resistance to what is happening. You are a very accepting and open person. And you should definitely live where there is water, you know, some kind of a river or lake or sea or even an ocean. And then we have the dolphin. Play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. So, going with the flow is actually one of your main talents, because we have double Pisces energy here. And going with the flow means that you don't have this inner constriction, you know. You are more like, whatever happens happens, and I'm okay to go with the flow and to change course when it is needed. Then we have, your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So you need lots of silence in your life, or like a beautiful, beautiful music playing around, you know. This city noise, for example, can be very draining for you. And yes, artist is what I'm hearing. So your energy is crazy artistic, you know. Give yourself permission to create. If you don't give yourself this permission, maybe you can become quite stagnant or depressed, because you have lots of creative power and creative energy inside of you. So feel free to go with the flow and to follow your inspiration, and to do not suppress your emotions and your sensitivity. More like, the world needs to learn from you how to be open and sensitive to all the things that are happening inside of people, you know, because many times people block their feelings and block their hearts, and you are here to show them how to open their heart to feeling again, because you know, inspiration and feeling are very closely related. Yes, I would like to know if you have chosen this group 4, and if you are a water sign, because I would be surprised if you are not a water sign, or if you don't have, you know, sun, moon, and rising in Pisces or Cancer or Scorpio, but mostly Pisces. So feel free to let me know if you are a Pisces, or if you have a Pisces moon or rising. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you're very talented in many ways, and mostly artistic ways. And you can also enjoy water. And the dolphin may be a very significant animal for you. And yes, all the sea creatures and sea animals. You're very connected to them. And maybe even you come from a planet where there are lots of dolphins. Dolphins are like a magical, super high frequency animals. So yes, I hope you enjoyed your message, and feel free to like this video, to share it with someone. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.